Hello, 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 hello. Happy Monday, family. Happy Monday. Darlene A. Anderson here, entrepreneur, personal and professional development consultant, author of Not Without a Fight, 10 Ways to Win When It Appears You've Already Lost, and your social media friend. Happy Monday to you all. It's been a while, but I'm back and I'm here. I want to acknowledge an amazing team that has held it down, and an amazing individual, an angel. I don't know what I would do without my person. She's dope. She's dope. I can't even find another way of expressing it. She's dope and so divine. She's provided for you guys some shorts. We pulled some great shorts from prior material, and then she's giving you the best of Motivational Monday, Work Wednesday, and Focus Friday. So I thank you to her, and I thank you to you all if you have tuned in to catch those clips. I also want to acknowledge those that are joining us for the very first time. Welcome. I'm very appreciative that you've landed on the channel. And if you are a returning viewer, you know I appreciate you just the same. I ask as a collective that we like, share, and subscribe accordingly. And please click that notification bell so you will be in the know of the latest happenings as they are happening. Okay, family. We're going to dive into the topic in just a second, but because we are family, right? I have to let you guys know. The past couple of weeks have been extremely intense for me. I don't want to say, well, yeah, it's been overwhelming. It's been overwhelming. It's been difficult. I wanted to yell, scream a couple of times. I have, right? And I'm sharing because transparency is important. I always say your testimony is really of assistance to another to help them weather storms and for them to know that they are not alone in this world. And I am not without like hardships. I am not without being overwhelmed, even as a consultant that has helped many of people navigate these type of feelings. Some of my intensities have been school. I'll share that in a little bit. And I haven't even been in school. I haven't been in school in around a semester and a half. I had to take some time off, co-assisting my siblings with the care of my mom. My state work that I do, we are in a peak season where it's very intense, a lot of hands-on. So my team and I have been working on towards that as well. Personal things. It's just been a lot, and I've just been really feeling overwhelmed and needing to take some time. And I had to just take a control of my schedule and deem getting some of these things done was of the most important. And we speak about that, prioritizing sometimes and saying, although I want to be out and I want to give fresh material, I'm not able to do that because if I do, these other things will suffer. So we as a team decided that we would go back and look at some materials for around 2 to 3 weeks so I can focus on those things and then come back to you all, which I am on today. So I just wanted to share that in case somebody was wondering where I was, and sharing is caring, right? All right, so having said all of that, the topic is people pleasing your vice, right? We're gonna talk about that a little bit more on today, and we're gonna dive into it more intensively throughout the week. The topic came about, I was speaking to one of my professors, and we were looking at, as I've shared with you all before, just really projecting not necessarily your goal, but what will be some of the adversity, some of the barriers in accomplishing that goal. And one of the things that we were talking about was my time towards commitments for other people, things I had to do for other people. And this is whether it's family, friends, or in business, how much time that would require and would it take away from my studies. And I said to her, I said, well, it's not like I can't do it. It's not like I have a vice or something. And I said that based on some other things that we were talking about. I said, I don't have a vice. I'm available. All I have is my work, my commitment to my family or my friends or whatever I'm doing for other people, and school. And as I said it didn't sound right coming out of my mouth because I automatically thought back of how much time goes into what I do for others, and is it important as I've made it to be? And in that moment, she says, Darlene. And it's funny how she says my name too. She always says it like that. Darlene, you do have a vice. Your vice is people. And I said, wow. I've been got. Like she, like not really got, but like she literally called me on my stuff. And I was in my mind, I was calling myself on it, but I just couldn't bring it to my tongue to say it. And she did. She confirmed that my vice was people. And I I'm curious, and please put this in a comment, if in this moment you are as enlightened as I was, or just having that aha moment, like, yeah, I am a people pleaser. That is my vice. Usually we talk about vices as it relates to, maybe comfort food or shopping or alcoholism or substance abuse, a thrill of something. But really that thrill, right, is pleasing people. And that vice has caused me to suffer for years, for years. And now that I'm acknowledging it, I'm bringing it to you all. Coming to that revelation, some questions that I asked myself, and I invite you all to ask yourselves this question as well. There are times, and we talked about distractions, and sometimes distractions will come by way of family and friends, things that we have no choice but to weather. But even when that's the case, like, and you're dealing with people, there are some questions that you should ask yourself. When someone is asking something of you, do they have other supports? That's extremely important. If they have other supports, why do you have to be the one to assist them? Why? And that's rather it's family, it's friends, it's work, because sometimes at work we take on extra projects that we don't have to. In the church, we take on 800 committees, we do 800 things, and we don't have to do all of these things. And then we get upset because we're burnt out, we're tired, no one else is delivering. Why should they? You're doing everything. You're putting a cape on your back, and you're literally like, dun, dun, dun. Like, why do they have to do anything? You're doing it. So, are there other supports? And if there are other supports and the person doesn't know how to utilize them, okay, maybe you should link them. Have you ever considered, instead of saying, I'll do it, have you ever considered this service? Have you ever considered that person? Have you ever considered researching? Put it back on them, empower them. I've come to learn there is so much power in empowering another, right? You have to let them find their own solution sometimes. Now, that can't always be the case. Sometimes they will require you to assist them with this. And in the event that they do and you're owning it, you're committing to assisting them, then the next thing to ask yourself is, what is it going to cost me? Is it going to be sweat equity, where you're in there rolling up your sleeves, really going in and helping physically? Is it going to financially cost you? Is it going to emotionally cost you? Is it going to psychologically cost you? All of these questions matter and so important. And that sweat equity, you can also link that into, is it going to physically cost you? Because sometimes we put our bodies through so much for the sake of another, and we don't have to all of the time. It goes back to that people pleasing. Why are you enduring all of this? Is it because you are the only one that can do this, or you feel that you're the only one that can do this? Because if you're feeling it and you're thinking it, then that is actually, and we'll talk about that down the line, a false sense of identity. Because we're not here to be saviors to the world. We are here to do missionary work, and then that missionary work, that comes along with like structure. You just can't go into things and just put so much on yourself because you think it's the right thing to do. So please take that into consideration. What is it going to cost you? After you ask yourself those questions, are there other supports? What is it going to cost me? And you still feel that you yourself are the only person that can help this individual or collective of people, because sometimes we go in and we help a whole group of people. Again, it's the same premise. The third question to ask yourself is, how long? When will this end? For how long am I going to have to be of service to this person? What are we projecting as the outcome here? How long am I going to be committed to this? And then I want you to swing back to the second question and ask yourself, what in the end will I lose? What has it cost me? I literally want you to take yourself in the future of what that people pleasing looks like for that scenario and look at what it has cost you. And once you, my friend, have asked yourself those 3 questions, regardless of if you're going to move forward with it or if you decide not to, you are acknowledging that you are a people pleaser and there is work to be done. I want to come out a little later on and talk about what that looks like personally and professionally. We're going to focus on professionally for Work Wednesday because I do have an example from a couple of clients that I've been speaking to throughout the past couple of years, and I think it's important. And it's generally with clients that are transitioning from their 9-to-5 into entrepreneurship, and we'll speak a little bit more about, again, what that looks like this coming Wednesday. If you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys. I am back. We are excited. I'm locked and loaded for the rest of the week, and I hope to catch you guys out here for Work Wednesday. Until that time, be well, and please, again, share the video and click that notification bell so you will be in the know of the latest happenings as they are happening. Take care.